My name is Troy, and today we're going to be reviewing Hermes. So here is Hermes in his jet mode, and right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that this is, I've never been, never been able to say his name, but I troll it out IX or something like that. IXROLLOUTIX, that's how it is. This is his cargo. So he never made instructions for this. Lego Boy did, but his instructions are not very clear, so therefore I'm going to make instructions on this guy. So hopefully that for people that want to build cargo, they can, and with the greatest of ease possible. And that was very sarcastic that I said greatest of ease. I just want to point that out right now. Okay? So here we go. And yeah, he is very cool. I like this figure a lot. It does some things that I like. It does some things that I don't like at all, and that we'll get to that into robot mode. But as far as I'm concerned, very nicely done vehicle mode. I mean, you can see his head, of course, but it's facing, let me, never mind, it's not facing, so it is actually, if this was an actual face, it would be facing toward you, haha, get it, cheesy puns, really nicely done, good job, good engineering, stuff like that. I'll put the recycle sticker on there and stuff like that. The reason I called it Hermes is because this is more of a messenger jet. So, it can be flying around at nice, fairly fast speeds and drop a little cargo thing down and just get out of there fast. So, it's not a combat ship whatsoever, but it's still a nicely done figure. Now, for comparison, here he is with my previous build. Here he is with Knife Edge. So you can see how they look together. Here he is with my minifigure. Get out of here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for comparison. So let's get down to transformation. And it's a bit sketchy, but you know what? It works. And there's a lot of stud friction with this guy. So be careful with that. So what you want to do is you want to take all of this, bend it up, and then bend it down like that. And these two things are separate, so you want to bring one of them up and one of them down, and rotate this like that, and rotate this like that, and bring all of it up like that. So you want to bring this down, rotate it like that, and take the cockpit and rotate it like that, and do the same thing on the other side. Of course, why would you not, unless you got an asymmetrical transformer, which I don't have much of. I usually do pretty symmetrical transformers, so there you go. And there you go, you have that, and you just bring them down to form the legs. And there you have that. So let's get started with the arms. So what you want to do is you want to bring the arms out like that. You want to bring them down like this. Bring these back just a little bit. and then you want to take this whole section on this hinge right here and just bring it into the chest to form the chest. Okay, then. So then you take this backpack, as you, this thing, the cargo bay, and as you can see, it's kind of low and it looks kind of awkward, so you can rotate it down to make it look uglier. I'm kidding. So you actually want it to, this stud to be in the middle of this 2x3. That way you can rotate it up, and that way it looks a little bit more like a backpack. And there you go. And he does have a bit of a standing issue due to how his legs are designed, but you know what, it's feasible to get him to stand. It is very, very feasible. And for those of you that don't know what feasible means, it's very possible to make him stand. It's not impossible. It is very much possible. It's just a matter of balancing the backpack. And this can be a bit complicated. There we go. So there you have Hermes Cargo, basically, in his robot mode. And it looks cool. There's a couple of things that I really don't like about it. And one of them is the legs. The legs are just, I don't want to say they're horribly designed, but they're not the best designed at all. I think that was one thing that was a real downfall, honestly. And still, the guy that originally made this, that's what I'm just going to say, he did a really good job with this. He did a really good job with this. He made it transformable to where it can actually transform into a robot and look halfway decent. Another thing that I really do not like is the way that this head is attached. It's attached, it's simply built like this. You got your headpiece right here, which is a red visor for me, and you got this clip right here, and it attaches with this little peg right here. And the way it works is, when this is all, let me just show you this. When this is all folded up, there's not really enough space for this on its own, unless you want to take off the visor piece. But still, you want to fold this down, and that's the way it is. Just get it started there. That's the way it is possible for it to actually lay in there and lay flat, therefore. So, not the best engineered, but you know what, it makes the jet mode look a whole lot better than just like, something else there, which is what I was going to do, but I realized that when I watched, his video a couple more times, I finally realized what he was going for there. So yeah, nicely done figure. Another thing I don't like is the backpack, and of course I can just remove it, but I prefer to stick to the aesthetic, as this is rather permanently attached to him. Well, no, never mind. I was going to say this is permanently attached to him, but that's not true, because this is a cargo container, and, you know, it drops off supplies, it drops off stuff like that, and it's not permanently attached to him, unless that's your imagination, of course. But still, there you go. Dadgummit. Now for comparison, here he is with a mini figure, so you can see how that works. Forget Condor, I ain't gonna transform him. Here he is with, E-string, and, wow, fall for me, says E-string, and there goes Hermes. So, there you go, and as you can see, Hermes is quite taller than you would expect. So get E-string out of here. And just for another comparison, here he is with a Power of the Primes card. So you can see it's so smaller than a Power of the Primes collector's card. Nicely done. Good job. Good job, YouTuber. Good job, Lego Boy, for trying to make a tutorial for this, and it was definitely possible for me to make it. Now I'm going to expound on that and maybe even put some better quality into it. So, without further ado, let's get onto it. So, as usual, we're going to be doing Hermes in sections. We're going to start off with the arms, then move on to the cargo container, then move on to the two legs, the main body, and finally the easiest part of the robot, the head. So we're going to start off with the arms, and I'm going to show off the pieces. I'm going to keep one of the arms together. I'm going to also keep one of the legs together, and that way I can lock off of that. But just be aware that when I do the arms and the legs, there's only going to be the parts needed for one of those. So just a PSA, rather. So here are the pieces needed for one of the arms, and fairly simple. The only piece that you might have trouble with this is this piece, and that's pretty much all the complicated pieces there are, except for the hinged pieces, but that's pretty much it. So let's get down to building. So start with the ground up. You want to take the hinge pieces, the 1x1 clip, and this piece, and you just want to snap it together, and take a jumper plate and snap it together like that, and fold that up. You want to set this off to the side for right now. You want to take a 1x4, and you want to take a 1x2 tile and put it on there like that, and then put a 1x1 on there and just snap it on there like that, and put a 1x1 with a stud on top of it, and there you have that. And we'll save this piece for a little bit later. So now what you want to do is you want to take a 2x1, my bad, and take a 1x1 with a stud, and take a 1x1 with, take a 1x1 tile, and put that on there, and then you want to take one of these pieces, and put that on there like that, and then you want to put it on here like that. My bad. Want to put it on there like that. So you got the got this orange. Let's just say you want to have the two transparent, not transparent, translucent. I'll just say transclear. I'll use Amgo's version. You want the two transparent thingies right here, and you just want to put that together like that, and it goes in the stud right there. So there you go, and you want to build a second one of these, like that. So let's get down to the cargo itself. So, the cargo bay itself is pretty easy. It's just a matter of finding the right pieces, and in this case, I just made the whole entire cargo yellow. So, there you go. And do note that my 2x1s have been bitten by a cat. So, yeah, it does not fit together all too well, but you get the point. I mean, I don't have any other yellow transparent, yellow 2x2 bricks like this. 2x2, 2x2, plates like this, so. And then it's just a matter of stacking these and putting these in an order to where it makes sense. Like that. Then you got the cargo bay done. Next we'll do the leg. So here are all the pieces that you will need for one of the legs. And do note that this is just one of these pieces, and it's not that hard to find. So let's get building. So you wanna start in the same place. You know what? No, we'll start with this. So you want to take this piece and take one of these clips, put it on there like that. Put another one of these clips on here like that. And then you got the base of it done. You want to take one of these things and put it on there like that. You want to take a jumper plate, put it on there, take a 1x2 and put it underneath that. You want to take one of these pieces, another one of these, you need 4 of them all together, and you want to put a 1x1 right there, and orient it like that, and there you go, you got the front of the cockpit. And I'm going to just fix this very, very quickly, and when I say very, very quickly, I mean very, very slowly. So you go, you got the 2 legs right there, and now we'll move on to the main body. The body also is very simple, so yeah, this is there, just get everything to where it is visible. So there you go, and let's get building. So you need a 2x3 and take a 1x2, put it on there like that, and take 2 of these bars like this, like that, and put a 2x2 on here, like that, and you want to take a 1x2. It doesn't have to be a grill piece, it's just what I had on hand at the time. And like that, and drop it, of course. You just gotta drop it, man. So, yeah, there you go. You got that. And you want to take this piece and just put it on there like that. And there you go. And you want it oriented like this. So let's get down to the easiest thing, which is just a matter of finding the right type of visor you want. In this case, it's going to be red because, you know, red is my favorite color, especially this type of transparent red. And you need one of these clips again. There's a bunch of these clips in here. I think there's like 7 of them or something like that. So yeah, you're going to need that. And I guess we'll start assembling stuff right now. So we'll just start with the main body and work our way to where we have a full jet. So you want to take, we'll start with the head. You want to take the head and you want to put it on this peg right there. And it should angle like this. And you want to take this, the cargo thing, and you want to make sure this stud is on the middle section, not here, because they will be lowered instead of raised. So there you go. You want to take the arms, and you want to put them on these studs back here, like that. And then take these legs and just attach them to this bar right here. And there you go, you got Hermes back into his jet mode. And this took a long time, but it is completely worth it, I assure you. This is a very cool figure. Good job, guy that made this. And yeah, so thank you, Lego Boy, for making the instructions, and thank you, me, for expounding on the instructions, and thank you, IXROLLOUTIX, for making this transformer for people to see and make and have fun with. So there you go, there you have my Hermes, and this is Troy, signing off.